What's up, guys? How's it doing? Sorry, I tried to do a little bit of intro there, you know, the awesome League of Legends shit. Can't pull it off, though. What's up, guys? So today I'm going to bring you another gameplay analysis. This time we're going to bring Guri. He's going to be playing Veigar. Of course, guys, I'm going to go into all of the interactions of Veigar. Very simple champion. So for this game, I am going to mainly be covering very focused, orientated upon objectives, very focused upon decision making. So Guri is, he's a bronze right now. He is actually mechanically pretty decent. The main problem he has right now is his knowledge, his game knowledge, and his decision making are his Achilles heel, and it's the reason why he hasn't risen any higher than bronze. And I wanted to mainly cover this. Veigar, of course, will cover his interactions, but he's a very simple tool. I just mainly wanted to cover over Guri's decision making, what he's doing right and what he's doing wrong. So first and foremost, Guri's already made a mistake. Mid laners meant to cover here. Mid laners always cover here, so that stops any ingress from over here. Here, the jungler could be dove in. Another duck. Oh my god, shit, really? Oh, sorry guys, the duck only comes once every, like, tons of games. And, yeah, oh my god, 2 in a row? 2 gameplay analysis of 2 ducks in a row? That's insane. Damn. Oh my god, that's astonishing. The duck's actually pretty rare. Like, this, oh wow, it's not a permanent fixture, wow. So first and foremost, it came down there pretty late. That's really poor, really poor. They could have got caught off here very easily. Very lazy of them, very lazy indeed. So his opponent's going to be Annie. So versus Annie, he hasn't really got the kill potential beyond when he gets level 6 or so. So Veigar, really early game, all you really want to do is predominantly just farm. You just want to get yourself through the laning phase and just try and use your Q to get yourself that free, that all-important free mana. Now, really good here already. You can tell a very experienced Veigar player already. So what you're seeing is he's auto-attacking when you're playing Veigar. Auto-attack the minions that's not being focused by your minions. That basically means that, as you can see here, he auto-attacks it because the minions are focusing on, let's focusing on a 50-50 here. He's trying to equalize the HP. He's auto-attacking this one to equalize the HP so both of these are low, approximately the same HP, which means he uses his Q, and he gets 2 AP instead of 1. So you can use your Q to get multiple AP. That's a really effective tool like that. Really good job of Guri. He's also pushing this up. He doesn't want to lose his level 2 advantage. As you can see, he's also equalizing the HP. Q again, 4 free AP already. So as Veigar, all you really want to do is just farm up. He's a very simple laner, very simple, but if you can get through the laning phase, he's devastatingly powerful. One of the most powerful laners in the game, mid to late game. So right now, he's not making any incorrect decisions at all. It's level 2, he's not possibly ganked in. Now, in his attempts to push this under the turret, I have noticed that he is putting himself in a bad spot. He's pushed this up. This means he can start being ganked in the next, you know, 20 seconds or so. That means the jungle would have finished his first original buff to buff clear if he were doing one and has the possibility of getting a gank in here. Okay. So not too bad. So he's just mainly farming up here. Now, one thing is this Wukong was spotted by the Master Yi here. He may have to go down. Okay, nobody's noticed. So Botlane's reacted, Guri has not reacted. He did see that Wukong was there. So this is very poor already. So Guri, I've noticed, he really gets quite focused on his mechanics of the game. He's doing a good job. He's just farming. He's keeping the push up ever so slightly in his favor so that Annie can engage on him. That's fantastic. The problem is his map awareness is already quite lacking here. The one thing I will mention, if you're a mid laner, out of all other lanes, maybe excluding the jungle, you have to keep an eye on the map. Like, there's no, like, you can't just sit there and go, oh, I'm not going to look at the map. I'm not going to pay attention. You have to. Mid laner, if fights start here, anywhere around here, you have to start the fight. If someone runs up from bot lane, you got to pick them off. If top lane gets fought, if someone counter jungles, you've got to go up and help them out. You've got to, the mid lane has to react. As you can see, Guri now reacts. He's about, you know, he's a couple of seconds too late. So he comes in the back end. He does eventually react though. So, okay. Right, so, lots of mistakes here. Very poor reactions, very poor reactions. So I'm going to explain what he's done wrong here. So first and foremost, Wukong's going to get his E, of course, so he's going to dive towards you. Now, Guri panics here, right? He has vision of Annie. He has vision of the bot lane and Nardas after going back, right? And Nar's not coming down here. I can guarantee you that he's not, at least without teleport. And even then, there's been no teleport. So as you can see, do you see that stop there? What is he doing? Look, the thing is, we've got 2 people collapsing on a Wukong who's only level 2. He knows he's level 2, or at least should have if he's paying attention to the map, right? He knows he's level 2. It's a 3v1 scenario. There's nothing to be scared of here. If that were me, now look at this. Guri stands here. No, I thought he was using the blind spot, so this normally would have been a good decision. So what he could have done here is he could have dropped a ward down here and stood here in the blind spot and used this E to pick off this Wukong, because he wouldn't have spotted Veigar, hence wouldn't have expected the animation. And so Guri stands there, and I don't know what he was doing. He's just standing there. He's trying to make his decision. You can really tell he's like, should I? He gets hit and he runs. Why run? Why run? It's 3v1, man. That guy, I can assure you, is not killing anyone. I can assure you. Really poor E, obviously. He panics a bit. It means this guy gets away. Uses his W after as well on a non-existent target. I think this is all panic, to be honest. This is really, really heavily panic. And Guri's strafing back and forth. Now, once again, that was a wasted effort. So what he should have done is immediately went down and used his E to collapse him around, or waited for the flash. I actually personally would have felt he could have waited for the flash there. Slow reaction, slow decision making after he made the reaction. Once you've made a decision, if no variables change, stick to that decision. Guri tried to go in between a couple there and it was very poor. Now I get he's Veigar, he just wants to farm during the laning phase. I understand that. But at the end of the day, you've got to be a little bit more cautious. You do have to make a decision. You can't just sit there doing nothing. Alright, so yeah, just mainly farming. I'm gonna fast forward this. This is probably gonna be a quick gameplay because the laning phase, there's not really too much to mention beyond that one tip at the start there, which auto attack the minions. So auto attack the minion that's the highest HP, so the equalize to the lowest HP, so you can get 2 Qs, is really the only tip on Veigar. As Veigar, you do want to keep the minions at least middle to pushing to you, so you're relatively safe. Now Veigar has got a lot of mana issues during the lane. Now Annie's starting to play this right. Annie has good kill potential on Guri here. Now Guri's also went for teleport. Now teleport's a really good pickup in Veigar, since Veigar's such a farm-oriented lane, and he is quite weak start game versus any sort of right lane. So you see he auto-attacked that one because it was the highest HP, then used his Q, equalized the HP. So he's quite low here. Annie's near 6. If I were Guri, I'd back off. That's what teleport's for. This is greedy. This is greedy. Yep. Greedy, I told you. Bad decision making. See when you went back here, Guri. So Guri knew it was a bad idea. Now, we all greed. We all do. I don't even see Master. I've seen Challenger players greed, but this amount of HP with Annie near level 6? No. And especially when she's got Flash Ignite. When an Annie's got Ignite, she's looking for blood. And see when he's standing here? I know I can be inside his brain right now, and I know rightly he was. Should I back? Oh, there's all these minions. Now, in saying this is uncategorically an incorrect decision. When you're this low, just back off. Just back off. Like, you got to lose CS. At least you didn't die. Now what Guri's going to do is he gets himself killed. He gets himself killed. And then he's back to base. And now Annie's got another kill. So next time you come back, you're in an even worse condition. Now, this wasn't needed. This was not needed. This is why you get teleport on weak laners like Anivia and Veigar. Because he could have went back, got his items, and TP'd back here. And he would have, this mini wave would have just been about here, and he wouldn't have missed any CS, and he wouldn't have risked dying. He made a half decision, thinking he could pick up a couple of minions. Annie, very poorly executed, but does get herself the kill. Q comes through. That's Thunderlords of the AoE of this guy. And then she gets the kill. See what I mean here? Like, this is what teleport's for. It's also versus kill lanes, so when they chip you down to the point they could kill you, you teleport back. That is what he should have done. He should have played conservative. He wanted to save teleport. He was being greedy. And being greedy as Veigar is not a good idea. So, he goes for Forbidden Isle, a pink ward. Right, really nice. Okay, so I'm going to cover his items very quickly. So he's just going to try and CS these. At this point, and he's still Lillian, so he does have an item advantage. So he's went for Forbidden Idol. He's either probably going to go for, I think he's going to go for Morellas more than likely, but we'll see how that transgresses. So he's went for Boots, and he's went for Forbidden Idol. So I actually really appreciate these this pickup here. So he's went for Forbidden Idol for 10% CDR. This is always something you have to do in Veigar. You need something to help your mana pool, and you need something for CDR to get as many Qs as possible. Veigar with CDR is quite a disgusting champion, so you do want to pick it up as early as you can. Forbidden Idol for a farm Veigar is amazing. That means he got 10% CDR's Qs up more often. He's going to be maxing his Q. Always max your Q as Veigar because it gets it in the lowest cooldown, so you can stack your the Q passive a lot more quickly, and it's a really good short-term DPS tool. Additionally, he's also the Forbidden Idol gives him a lot of mana as well. Now, this is more of a conservative pink ward. This is actually not a bad pink ward. It's quite hard to spot. I would have actually personally put it here. Now, he has made a mistake. He's made a mistake conceptually, right? So he came up here. Now, really good job with Veigar. So many bronze players. I've never actually, personally, the amount of bronze players I've seen getting a pink ward on the way back is probably less than 5%. So good job of Guri here. Really good job. If you've got enough gold for a pink ward, that's what you're meant to do. So as a mid laner, any of these mid laners out there, what you're meant to do with the pink ward is you're meant to... Here's okay. There's a blind spot here, though, that they could slip into. Just like the vision of this pink ward. I'll do it in pink. The vision of this pink ward is like here. It's not perfect. You can actually slip in through here. The reason why it's getting vision here is because of, well, the yellow ward. The yellow ward is giving vision to about, I'd say, here. So as you can see here, the pink ward, and this is why most people put the pink wards in here. The pink ward in here is a lot better because it does give vision of entrance in here, entrance in here, entrance in here, and a little bit over here. So it gives a good range of entrance. That's the only reason why this ward. The only reason why this ward's used more is because it's safer to put down. So you'd have to walk down to put the ward in and get picked off because if you don't have vision. Now I did make a mistake here. So the pink ward is a bit meh. I would have put it here. Personally speaking, that's just me though. It's easier to find. This is more of a sustain ward. But he's made a mistake. He's thrown down a normal ward and a pink ward. So the pink ward vision circumvents the vision of this. But what I mean by circumventing, it means it already has vision. So if someone comes in to gank, they more than likely do walk past this pink ward, right? They come in around here or around here. Alright? Now, you should have put his pink ward here. I personally feel, and this is personal preference, I just like those. This here gives me more range as well. Someone coming in. So disregarding that, what he should have done is pink ward here, or okay, here's fine, right? Then you should have put his normal ward here. So the reason why you should have done that is this place is already warded. This is a common mistake I see a lot of lower level players do. They put the pink and the normal here. This means unwarded area because you've used your trinket. You've no vision down here now, but you've got double ward here. It's not needed. Pink ward here. You should have used this ward over here, which would have meant that this would have been covered. So you couldn't get ganked from the side, top bottom end, and then this would have been warded. So you couldn't get ganked from the top end either. Putting both wards is wasting vision. No joke about it. Very poor there of Guri. Should have dropped the ward the other end. Pink ward one end, normal ward the other. That is how the pink. That's how you're meant to utilize the pink ward. That's why it makes you so safe. He's just trying to pick up the CS here. He's holding this up. So he has got a disadvantage. Let's see what Annie's grabbed. Annie has grabbed herself nothing. She hasn't went back yet. Again, Guri is not really going to kill her. He's just going to keep on CSing though, more than likely. Yeah, he's going to keep on CSing. Okay. Okay, so another thing. This is another map awareness thing. Guri's in the middle. He doesn't want to move. Why not? Wukong was just seen top lane. Just seen top lane. Ganking Sion. Keep an eye on the map. It's not just for your own safety. It's for other safety as well. So if you keep an eye on the map, if that were me, I would have went, oh, Wukong's top lane. So I can do whatever I want mid lane because I'm not going to get ganked by the jungler for at least 20 seconds. At least, bare minimum. So Guri's scared from a non-existent jungler. This is the thing, map awareness, especially in the mid lane, which is a very heavily ganked role and a very heavy reactionary role, needs to be, you need to constantly pay attention. Now, he's still alright here, he's just mainly going to farm up. He's not doing too bad. So he has harassed her down. At this point, Guri could nearly get the kill on this girl. He's using his W here to push this back. So the reason why he's doing this is actually a really good decision. I hope he's doing it for this reason. So basically, Annie hasn't went back yet. So she's got a lot of gold. She got a kill, 82 CS, pretty brutal. And this means that she's going to want to back out to get herself some beautiful, tasty items. And this means that if you keep her pushed in, she won't have the ability to do that, which leaves her kind of vulnerable. Unfortunately, Veigar's wave clear, since he's got such a poor amount of mana, is quite difficult. Okay, he gets himself a lot of damage. Just going to back out. Makes the right decision here. Just going to back out. Play it safe. Her flash should be up by now. So one thing I will mention is Guri CSing is a lot worse than this Annie's. 92 to 63. And he's only died once. Boots? What? Early Sorks? Interesting. I don't know. I'm not a fan. Early Sorks aren't really that great, especially in Farm Veigar. I think CD boots are a little bit better. Early Sorks, I mean, if you're planning to roam as Veigar, Sorks are fine because getting early boots. As Veigar though, getting the early Sorks isn't really that amazing because he's mainly just farming. The minions don't really have too much magic resist, so it's not really a big deal kind of thing. They don't have any at all, I believe. Or no, sorry. Yeah, no MR on these. Do any of them? I could. They used to have them. They removed it because APs were having trouble. I remember that. Yeah. So the minions, as I mentioned, don't have any MR, so it doesn't affect the minions in farming. It doesn't give him any CD, and he's not fighting Annie. So why did he get it? Okay, got it for Jerome. Okay, good decision actually. Okay, I ate my words. I said if he roams, it's okay. So good decision here. So it's been pushed up. While it's pushed up here, you want to roam. Before you ever roam, you always want to push up the turret. You always want to push up the minions. Always want to push it up. So it means that this Annie's gonna clear out like a minion wave before she can deny you. So Guri, with his boots, does get the roam here. Fair play. I didn't actually think he'd do it. Veigar's not really. No, it's a bad decision. I thought there were people down there. He goes for the roam. 2v1. This Quinn's got 3 kills. This is not worth it. So he comes down here, doesn't know if this is ward or not. The enemy team are not here. The AD carry is already dead. Alright, so this is a bad roam. Never roam to bot lane by yourself unless you are decked. You've got like 4 or 5 kills. Don't even think about doing it. Don't even think. So he goes down by himself. The chance of this working is low. Is really low, and that means he just loses even more CS and loses even more time. So he comes in. So he panics here completely. He panics completely. He just throws down the E to try and, like, you know, scare them off, cut them off. This isn't needed. Always take your time with Veigar E. Veigar E is it takes a hard time to practice. You have to know when the circle's gonna land, because you have to actually try and aim to hit them on the circle. This means that you have to know where your cast on the middle is. So it's a really weird skill shot. Use it here. And you have to know the edge, so you've got to use it. So instead of using it here, you'll use it here. So the circle hits to where you clicked, basically. You've got to basically know the outset from the middle. It's a simple skill shot, but it's really complicated to pull off. But Guri panics once again, throws down his abilities. Makes the right decision to back off here. Takes a bit of damage. Just backs up. Alright. Good stuff. Let's go. So Annie got herself another kill. So one thing I have noticed that Guri's definitely going to have to work on that CSing. Now, like, I will defend him a bit here. Annie is exceptionally simple to CS with. Now, I understand that. Annie's a very easy CSing champion. She just has to use her Q, and it's on a really low cooldown. Instantly restores the mana. Very, very simple. And I play a lot of Annie. A lot of people don't know that. I love Annie. I think Annie's a very strong champion. Very strong indeed. The problem is though that he still has to work on it. Even though he gets a lot of free stuff, it's not really going to work. So he's panic used that E once again. They're way outside the range. Guri's got to be a lot more conservative with that E. A lot more conservative. He's got to work on the CSing. His decision making isn't decisive enough. He's also panicking quite a bit. He's like, gotta get the E down. Sometimes waiting for the perfect moment is a little bit better than throwing down your abilities. I've noticed a lot of players do this. They panic quite a bit, especially in low levels. They feel like they've got to use the abilities. If you ever look at a challenger player, for example, they're fast, quick decision making. But sometimes, in the right scenario, they'll wait like a second more to get that perfect skill shot down. And I do the same. No, so what do you want to know? So the Guri plays a lot of Master Yi and of course Veigar, as you can see here. Now the reason why I play these champions is because they're mid to late game demons. The problem is right now games are not lasting very long. The meta has got double AD carry a lot, or a lot of bursters going through, and they're doing a lot of damage. Although we are seeing an incursion of tanks. So this is proving to be quite difficult indeed. So this is a problem. This is a weakness of Veigar. If you want to counter a Veigar, stack everyone mid lane and siege him up. That means Veigar doesn't have any time to farm his Q, none at all, and also means Veigar's wave clear is kind of bad. It's kind of bad. It's not really that great. He's got his double E, they need to be clumped together, and he can't 100-0 menu wave unless he's ahead. So one thing I do want to mention, really bad of Novice, 4v3. You're outnumbered, completely outmatched as well. They're really far ahead. Guri goes in. Guri came in to support and burns a flash down to the back end here. Red buff might be enough for the kill. Just about gets away. So he's gonna back out. Got a reconnection again. That's good to see. Hopefully he plays on here. He's away for about 2 minutes, so that's not great. So let's see what he picks up. What does Guri buy? Gets himself. Yeah, he's going for Morellis. He's went for a finish. Not too bad. Also gets him the all-important CDR. So rushing Morellis, you do want to get a 20% CDR at him on Veigar if you want to farm a lot during your lane. Finish does get you Just get you an extra 10%. So he's got 20% CDR already. E comes through, gets himself a stun lock. Ultimate comes in, uses his Q as well. Really good Braum shield. Guri getting dropped though. Damage coming through. Alright. Damage comes in. He's... Well, I don't know why he's running up there. He should be just waiting up for his cooldowns here, trying to back off. Acknowledge the shield. Uses his Q, misses it up. Heals used up. Jhin winning down. Planning that attack double. He grabs himself to kill. Very, very nice. As you can see, Annie has got 3 kills now. But because of Annie's CSing, she's outclassing Veigar. She's pretty much 40 CS ahead of Veigar. 40 CS is a lot of items. A lot of items. If Gray would have worked in that, it would have done a lot better. Really nice ambush by these guys, by the way. There's no wards for the blue side. Throws down the shield. Beautiful Event Horizon. Absolutely gorgeous. That is a sexy Event Horizon. So just gonna back out here. Really nice stuff, by the way. The reason why Event Horizon, we've seen this in professional play last year sometime. Veigar was played. Now, the reason why Veigar was played was for this reason. Veigar's really good versus dive comps because his shield will stop any dash ability. A dash ability is Wukong E, Lee Sin Q, anything like that. So Guri comes in. So really good. Do you see this here? He cast it here, knowing that the shield would go around the side, on top of him. Beautiful Event Horizon. This does take a lot of practice. Really nice though. So as you can see, dive, stun, dive, stun. See? This is why Veigar's really good versus dive compositions. This is mainly for the 5v5 people, or just even if you're in solo queue and you notice a lot of divers, stash divers, you know, Veigar's a really good pickup. So he gets out of there. So as you can see, this is the main weakness of Veigar. The game's moving too fast for him. Everyone's going around. He doesn't get any time to farm. He's not doing a good job. He's got himself 59 free CS. Veigar's going to need a long time to try and farm this up. He's going to need a long time. He sees the fight here. Immediately reacts quicker than the Annie. Good job, good job. Okay. So what he should be doing here is he should be trying to sit to the back end here. Activates the Q. They grab themselves a kill. Good stuff. Okay. So after that kill, they want to force a 4v5 in mid lane. Annie has got herself Tibbers, and she's doing very well for herself. Also went for a Rod of Aegis build. Braum's been cut out here. Guri's very low on mana. He's running frontline. You're running frontline. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, Guri, man. Guri, dude. Jesus Christ. What was that, man? So, look at his positioning here. When you're a backline caster, you're a backline caster. The only time you move up, you sit behind your backline. So, frontline, backline. Now, this Scion, by the way, should be up here. Very poor. But that's assuming he is there. Frontline, backline. You're not meant to cross that line. There is a figurative line, like a theoretical line. You don't cross the line of the front line. Ever. Ever. You just don't do it. You don't go in front of this guy. Here is his line. You don't cross that line. He is blocking skill shots, and he's a disruptor for anyone that comes near you. He's like a pull. He grabs everyone around you. You cross this line, you're out of his defensive capabilities. Guri's already got low mana. Alright? What he should have done is sat back here, positioned up behind this guy, used his Q, then used a couple of autos maybe. Look at his positioning here. There's the front line. You can't cross that line. Alright? Can't cross it. Not allowed. Now the reason why it's not just like, oh, there's a line here. So it's actually even here. The reason why you're not meant to cross this line is because these guys provide CC, and they also mean that the enemy have to walk past them to do damage, which means that they get free DPS and lockdown while they're trying. They can cut them off here, as you can see. And that's the reason why you don't do that. Guri's went off by himself in front of 2 very big bursters with no mana, with no positional advantage. He knows he can't finish this guy off, he's no mana, and the rest of the team are backing. Annie, very rightfully so, drops down Tibbers, misses her Q and a minion. He would have died instantly if that would have happened. He deserves that death. 100% deserves it. Now the 30 AP carries down. They're going to have to just finish off one of these guys. Got his final shot. Grab himself the kill. Burns the flash here. Q does land up. We get Nara coming into the back end. They should back out here. Burns the flash. I'm going to disengage it. Nara burns the flash. Uses his Q to get down towards the turret. Very, very nice. Jin's trying to do a couple of auto attacks here. Uses the stun lock here. Auto attack comes through, does plenty of damage. Oh, the last hit comes through. Grabs himself the kill with a trap. Beautifully played by Jin there. Really nice, really nice. So they've got to play defensively until these guys come back, or until they get a little bit of help. Gary comes back, gets himself his Morellis. He's going in for a null. He's probably going for a defensive item of some sort. Magic defensive item. Okay. Just been this farming up right now. As you can see, game's moving too fast. Veigar not being able to farm. By the way, nice tip for Veigar. You've got the 4 creeps here. When you're walking by this or that, or anyway, if you're either going towards the dragon or back here, use your Q and kill 2 of the small creeps. Your Q normally will kill both of them immediately. It's 2 free stacks, and it's a very small amount of gold to deny your jungler. That's a small tip for Veigar players, especially if you're really low on mana and it's pushed up, or you're really high on mana and it's pushed up. Run back here and kill the 2 minions and back off. It's really nice free AP stacks. So like now you can run down, pick these 2, then go back towards mid lane, for example. So he's playing this right, he's playing this defensively. He doesn't want to be anywhere near this Annie. Nowhere near. He's using his W at max range and his Q at max range to pick up the CS. Playing it safe, he knows Annie can clean him up. Oh, what was that teleport? I have no idea why I TP'd there. I've literally no idea. Like, I get Nars in the turret. There's only you know, 3 minions left. The miniwave is coming up. I don't know. I wouldn't have done that myself. I feel he saves a bit of HP off the turret, but it's not enough. It's not enough. That means he's down his teleport for a gank bot lane, for help in saving his turret, or just TPing back. So all he's trying to do is back Annie off here, trying to keep her at distance here. That's not a bad job. Bot lane's down there. No one's mid lane's just mainly went for a farm fest. Annie's out farmed this guy so heavily though. Up on nearly 60 CS ahead here. 60 CS. So Annie goes in for the rotation here. The rest of the team are down there. Veigar pushes under the turret before doing that. I think he could have went down a little bit earlier. The damage comes through. So Guri sees this front line in here. Doesn't want to take too many risks at all. Nollis is coming in here. Misses the Q. Guri's coming in for the chase. Uses the E. Naka comes in. Uses his double even though the stun didn't land. Right, Guri's got combo fever. Now, what I'm going to say about combo fever is this is a very common mistake a lot of combo-oriented champions do. He throws down his E and misses, right? And then he throws down the W anyway. It's just, it didn't hit, so she's away. You know, it's not going to land. Because Veigar's E W Q ulti combo, that's the combo you use on Veigar to do damage. He has to finish that combo. It's like it's in his head. Because it's the right combo. It's right. I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm just saying if the E misses, don't use the W. Save it. You know? Max range Ws do take time. You got to throw your W ahead of your target if they're running away. He was way too far away to achieve that though. Guri's too easy on his abilities. He's too I'll throw it out. He doesn't plan the ability right. He's not planning it. He's not saying, oh, well, that missed, I can't use my W, I'll try and use my Q and wait for a good opportunity for my E. He's not bothering doing any of that. So, what was that? What was the E for? Like, why do you use the E here? That E is your get out of jail free card. He just used it in minions. No, you can use it in an incoming minion wave to clump them all together. That is actually a thing you can do with Veigar. But, I mean, they were under the turret and he already used his W. So he's playing push dance here. This is risky, but it's working out because his team are holding these guys off for so long. He's going to have to just back off here. He's overextended. Ooh. See what I mean? He's not planning his abilities. And he's missed about 3 Ws in a row here. It's like he doesn't know the range of his W. He's got to practice that a bit more. Okay, so I'm going to go to his leveling order one more time. So he's max Q, that's what you're meant to do. Ulti second, of course. So you've got 2 decisions on Veigar. Either you max your W next. You can max Q then W. That means you have shit tons of damage, but you're lacking utility. Or you can max Q then E, then W. Now, I actually like Q then E, personally. Especially if you're not doing very well. If your team is losing or you're not doing very well at all, max Q then E. Now, excuse me, the reason for that is your E, with enough points, it extends the slow, so your Q can do, you actually can land your Q 100%. So if you use E then W, the stun on max Event Horizon always will make sure your W lands. Whereas with 1 point, they can actually get away before Dark Matter lands. That's actually quite a difficulty on it. So if you're losing, Q then E is a really nice combo because it does provide a lot of lockdown for the enemy, a lot of it, which is nice. It just gives your team a lot of utility, very good defensively, and maxing your E just gives your whole team control. They'd still be stunned, 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 they'd be stop being stunned now. So Guri sitting to the back end, waiting up, positioning perfectly, runs in for some reason. Coming in, uses the W here. Drops down, grabs himself the kill. Gonna back off. Using the Q. Okay, good stuff. Stay into the back end. Stay behind that sound. Stay behind the sound. Uses this W. Should have used it in front of the target. Not perfect. Uses his E. Messes it up though. It's just a shame. Running in too close, Scurry. Running in too close. Alright. Okay. So Veigar's W. Range is about here. Q is about here. E is around here, I think. So here's all of his range. He doesn't have to go any closer than that. This is his buffer zone. He doesn't need to go any closer than that. Guri has a tendency of running too close. Why? Like, okay, so that's a mistake. The W was perfect here, but these guys used the CC to lock him down, so it didn't work out. Try to use your W in combination with CC. That's once again the mark of a good player. He should have known these guys on top of him are going to lock him down. Wait until CC's been used, then use your W. Guri's always throwing his W by himself. It's anonymous. It's by himself constantly. He's not using it in combination with everyone else. Why are you here, bro? I get you want to do damage, but you can still do damage here. You'd still be able to do damage here. And if they catch up, they're going to apply enough CC for you to use max range. All you have to do is rotate to here to do damage to her. And you've got over here to do damage to him. Try to keep your max range, especially versus enemies that have damage. Guri constantly does this. Why is he in his face? Why are you here? You don't need to be here to do damage. You don't need to be. You can be here. You be safe. You know. The thing is, an AP carries the damage and utility of a team. All right. And it's just not working out. Look at this Annie's positioning. She's staying outside the range just about. Coming in, but she's got abilities. Now, a really good hook there. Max range hook, to be fair. You can see, using it. Drops in Tibbers. Beautiful. Annie's a good player. I like her. So, what did Annie do that? Let's look at Annie's play compared to Guri's. Now, Guri chased up well, but he followed too much there. He followed too much. So she hasn't got Tibbers here. So what she's doing is she's backing out. Using the Q, W. So you can see, using the max range, literally, the max range of all of her abilities, she is using them. She is trying to keep the maximum range. Knockup comes through, doesn't affect her because she's still got a cooldown. She's using her E to get her passive here. Sitting to the back end behind the wall. Uses the blind spot to get an EW combo, backs out the whole way. While they're focusing on him, she gets a bit of damage, gets knocked up. Saves Tibbers for these guys clumping together. Tibbers drop down, kills the AD carry immediately. Uses the W, starts backing out as much as she can over the Q. Runs towards her turret as soon as she can. Turns back when she gets her cooldowns. Goes through the engagement. Chases this guy, backs out once more just in case this guy goes in for the kill. Notice that Sandsdoll's chasing this guy, so she runs forward again. She's playing in between her cooldowns and using her maximum range. That's what she done right and Guri done wrong. Guri could have survived this entire fight and turned it on its ass. He could have 100-0'd her easily. But he didn't do it. He went too close, and his positioning in team fights is horrendous. Use your max range of your abilities to do damage, unless you've got a really good advantage. Good TP mid, she will defend this. Ultimate comes through, he's got the shield here. Once again, he's using that forward command. Wait, he's too favourable in the forward command. Ulti. She got away. After you see the shield here, she's gone. She is gone. You're not getting her unless she can flash, and even then it's suicidal. He runs forward. Look at this move command, running forward. He's like, I can get her. This is decision making. This is the difference between medium to high level players. If you're stuck in platinum or something, or stuck in gold, this is more than likely. Like I've helped out a lot of players that now have diamond, and this is the one difference I notice. Guri his brain wasn't working fast enough. I'm not saying he's stupid, I'm saying his brain was not working fast enough to make the decision that she was gone. I had one glance now and she's gone. Bye, I'd back off. My decision making is fast and it's effective. What Guri has to do is he's got to make quicker decisions. He's basically looking and he's going, oh, Annie, I could get the kill, and that's a really, really bad mindset to have. Don't have, oh, I can get kills. He should have said, I can't get her. Make the decision. You've got to start thinking a lot more, Guri. You've got to start thinking. That's your main weakness right now. You're not thinking. You're doing. And doing doesn't work out. Once Guri goes to a path, he either is indecisive doing that path, or basically he doesn't really execute it perfectly. He plays too safe or too aggressive. He has to find that middle ground and know when he can get away with something and when he cannot. At this point, what he's doing is he's going in really, really hyper aggressive at all points, and it's not working out too well. So he's went for Abyssal. Good job on Abyssal. You can get the wee radius on Veigar because he's got generally quite low range. Also make him help him out a lot versus the anti-burst overall. And he's going for a Death Cap next. Really nice shield there. So by the way, small thing, you can camp the kite out. You can camp the camp out whenever you're taking it. Standing in one spot, taking damage instead of running back. Instead of running back, Q, run back, W here so it hits. You know, you can just kite it basically. Make movement commands in between. That's another note. He didn't have to lose any HP at all. He uses his E too early there. That's fine though. So he sees there's a fight, he immediately heads down towards a good reaction, immediately gets it, immediately comes down. Renar's in the front line. So she's the target. E comes down, lockdown comes in, W. Unfortunately Scuttle blocks it a bit. Unfortunate. Q ultimate gets a kill, good stuff, fantastic. So now you're in a really good advantage here. You've got vision around the side, now he can go closer if he wants to. But not that close, not that close! Oh, Guri, use your range to your advantage. That is the main thing I've noticed. You're either too indecisive or not using your range. You're just not using that range advantage. Like, the thing is, can you get close? Yeah, you can get close. Don't get that. You're up his ass. You're literally up Nar's ass. Really good pickup here. Spots a sideline. WQ combo. Gets the kill. Runs forward. Looks for the kill. So you have to remember, Veigar's range is around here. So even now you can hurt him. Even now. Alright? Here is a medium range. You can use your W in front of them. That's just about as close. This distance is about as close as you can get to this guy, or should get, even if with the advantage. These guys have got CC. Guri is panicking to get damage out. Take it cool. You get 2 tanks here to lock this guy down. He's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. This, he should have turned back. Runs right up to him. Right up to him. Uses his W. You see him, he's panicking. Damage, I need to get damage. It's like, no, use your range to your advantage. You don't do damage if you're dead. You gotta survive the entire fight. This also shows to me a lack of confidence. He's not confident he can survive. He's not confident he can do damage. He wants to get the damage out, then die immediately. I've noticed the Veigar players particularly like to do this. He lost a lot of HP off that. Very bad decision. He's on cooldowns. Wait your max range. Make sure max range. Use the W. Good job with this Wukong. God attack comes in, grabs himself the kill. And it comes in with Tibbers. Uses his W, even though she was backing off. Uses his E. Should back off, he's low. He's back off, you're low. Uses the max range. Messes the range up though. He could have stood here and got the Q. Yeah, her range is about equal to yours. You should use the Q, and while it was traveling, backed off. Shouldn't be here. You could die for that. Lucky, she could have got a Q off there. So after you get the kill, they have to get something. So after you get a successful ace, always try and take an objective if you can. Using the E, W, Q combo. This guy's Q actually blocked that there. Guri burns the flash. This guy was on the defensive backup though. Once again, just making a decision and not based upon the barrels. Max range Q though. Good job, man. Good job, dude. Max range Q. Good job. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Use this range like you should. Max range. Keep that range, keep that safety, get the damage out. That's what you have to do. That's what you should have been doing the entire game, Guri. Use that range to your advantage, man. So many casters don't know how to do that. They run up straight up close. Okay. Okay, good job. So they find a pickup here, use the W, get themselves a clean. It's a 4v5 team fight. I'd force sparring right now, or force a team fight. That's what blue team should do. Spirit follows up. Uses his Q, doesn't burn any other abilities because he doesn't need them. Don't know what that E was. They had vision there, he had vision. I don't know why he done that. Now he's down to Z. Too haphazard. W when she's running away. Don't stop doing this, man. Stop doing this. Honestly, seriously. This takes a long time to land. That's not going to hit the target, I can assure you. Whenever they're running, don't hit it on them, hit it behind them. If you can't hit it behind them, don't do it. Don't do it. Save. Guri, panic constantly to get damage out. This is, it's a very, very bronze mentality. Doesn't have patience. Runs too close. He's clumped together the entire team. Gets himself the kill, but still, it's risky. It's risky. And he can drop tippers, get the kills. He comes out. It's a bit of a shame. That's okay. That's a finey. Nothing wrong with that. Tries to get himself a pickup. Not successful. It's fine. Okay, double. That's a bit of an unfortunate double. That's fine. So they're fighting here. He should be running up, not focusing on this. Okay. Alright, okay, so Chase up, uses his double here with the CC. He jumps at the last second, that's unfortunate. Okay, now at this point, turn and get the inhibitor. That's it. You can't kill them anymore, they're under the turrets, just get the inhibitor. Let's go right here. Good job, alright. I got the game over. He's gonna TP down. This is game over. He shouldn't have TP'd down here. I get what he's trying to do, but again, that's a bad decision. Whenever they're all dead and you've got inners, this is an end of game, very obviously. I've got a lot to say about this game, Gary. A lot to say, my friends. First and foremost, working at CSing. CSing is the main weakness here. Annie nearly carried this game because she CS. Well, that is 100% something you have to work on. Your CSing is okay at best. Okay CS is not acceptable. You need good CS. If you want to carry, especially out of bronze and silver, CSing is the key to unlock that door. It really, I cannot express it enough. Anytime someone comes on my stream, I say, learn how to CS, play every champion once, and you're out of bronze. You should be anyway. If he could CS perfectly as Veigar, he would have got these items a lot earlier. Now for his items, a bit of a glass build. I'm agreeable, he's got so many tanks in the front line, he can get away with that. Nice Abyssal pickup though, versus the Annie who was popping him every single time. I think that was the right decision. So CSing is one of them. Positioning in fights. Your positioning is garbage. Literal garbage. You're running up, you're like when you've got the advantage, just sit back. Use your medium range or long range abilities. You're using up front point blank shotgun range, and I don't know why. It's never strictly necessary. You're also panicking with your abilities way too much. You're panicking to get damage out. Sometimes waiting for that perfect opening is a lot better. Like, girl, you watch my stream, sometimes you see me as Annie, wait up to the very end of the fight, then dropping tibbers. The very end of the fight, dropping tibbers. And sometimes it's the right decision. Sometimes it is. Your W using too many max range Ws. Way too many. Max range Ws never land. Ever. They never land. You've got to use them at medium range Ws. So, for example, Guri, you're standing here. Sorry. You're standing here. Veigar's max range is in the green. It's about here. It's your max range. And medium range is around here. If you're on a mass advantage, like say you're on a super advantage, an absolute godsend advantage, you should be about here. This is the deepest you go to your enemy. Even then, it's not necessary. This is the one you should be doing constantly. This medium range is what you've got to work out, and it means you can use your W behind your target, and you're safe to do damage. This is the position you've got to be in. Max range, medium range. Use the medium range consistently. Max range is for when you're very, very low. So this screen is for when you're extremely low or very, very vulnerable to damage. You could die at any point. They've got a lot of CC up there. Max range. You've got a good advantage. Use the yellow line here. Use this range. This is the range you're meant to do. This range is only for when you're in super advantage, and even then, I still like the yellow range. This is the medium range. Use the max range of your abilities more. You're running up to your enemy. You're throwing out all of your abilities. Most of the time, they won't land. Don't throw ability out unless it won't land, Gary. I know that is like obviously, but it's really important. Like I see that I done this when I first started playing League. I'd throw abilities out even if they wouldn't land. I know that sounds stupid, but make sure you've got a more than a 70% chance of that ability landing. Now, sometimes throwing out max range G's is fine because you're going to try and make a pick, but sometimes you're just throwing down abilities just because you can, and that's quite poor. You're panicking and using abilities. That's mainly the main issue. CSing, positioning in team fights, and not using the max range of your abilities. Your decision making is also extremely slow and incorrect largely. You've got to start thinking more, Gary. You've got to start making better decisions. Now, decision making is, now the best way of, I can't tell you how to improve this, it's got to be you. The best way of improving your decision making for anyone listening is basically, did that work out? Why didn't it work out? That worked out, why did it work out? And see those two variables, why and why not, correlate them and do those things consecutively. Do them constantly. So I know, for example, I can look at a scenario and know it's a good idea. I don't have to analyze it anymore because I have correlated a good idea and I've correlated a bad idea. If I see a bad idea, I don't do it. That's why I make less mistakes, because I know what a bad idea looks like. Start correlating what, if you die, every time you die, Gary goes, why did I die there? What did I do wrong? Like, what happened? Was it decision making? Was it mechanics? What happened there? And try and improve each and every time, Gary. That's my main advice. Dude, that's it though. That's it, Gary. Thank you very much for letting me use your gameplay. Gary, I'm looking forward to doing your mastery. I'll probably do one on you in the future, guys. But that's also it for the video, guys. If you like it, dislike it, dislike. If you like the content, you can subscribe. And if you think it's horrible and it's just totally wrong, you can unsub. I am totally fair. Beyond that, guys, have a great day. Best of luck on the rift, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys then. Bye bye.